friends. In Planet Earth Dating, it's Friday, November 10th, 2017. In both the Lynn life and the Jamie body mind, the authorized souls remain only child souls from the deeper, denser dimensions, and all other souls from all other dimensions who are already living by the rules given to the Search for Truth community by wiser minds above all of us, and contributing in the work to complete the assignments given to the Search for Truth community by wiser minds above all of us. As always, our foundational intention remains to do what is ours to do right now, in this exact now moment, to create worlds that work in all dimensions for all categories of sentience, and most particularly the data showing that in order to be effective, we must focus our efforts on those dimensions that are denser, smaller, deeper than the dimensions in which these host lives are experiencing primary sentience. And with that, the formally videoed portions of today's efforts begin. But it's paradoxical because we also must keep our focus upward.
That's true.
And most particularly on the larger organisms of which we are all a part, on the largest organism that we're able to relate to, of which we are all a part.
That's true.
Right now it seems to be the constellation Ursa Major. And that the constellation has sentience, and even though it's a collection of galaxies and nebulae, that it thinks of itself as Ursa Major. It's interesting that name, Big Bear, that name has been given to that constellation by numbers of indigenous populations in different parts of the world, planet Earth, in ground zero dimension, who did not have contact with each other. That is actually the name for that group of points of light, some of which are stars and many of which are entire galaxies and entire nebulae.
That's true.
Why do you ask? They ask because Ursa Major means something. It is a sentience. It is a large sentience. And we see how the bear is supposed to stand.
That's true.
Its spine is supposed to be straight, to point toward the north. And we don't know how to do that, but we do acknowledge that it seems to be part of this assignment to do something to get the big bear to stand up.
That's true.
Okay, what now in order to get the big bear to stand up? What now? Well, we can bump up dead children straight up the spine of the big bear, up the spines of the host lives, superimposed upon the spine of Ursa Major.
That's true.
And arch our own backs, the backs that we have the ability to arch them. All of us, every me, every we, arch the back. The spotlight is pointing to these messages that seem to be being sent interdimensionally, and how it plays out. Somebody's asking to describe it, or asking what we mean, or asking what is being referred to. They're asking a question about the message, and first you're confused. Please look up, look up, look up. Who's speaking to you? Look up, see that waving hand? That's who's speaking. And presences are being sent to our ground zero planet Earth door to knock on the door and then talk non-stop for extended periods of time in a way. We're only looking at planet Earth, but if we attempt to discern what's really going on, it does seem as though somebody is speaking through them and they are attempting to get a message back home. Wherever back home is, but it seems to be these are star people or something like that.
That's true.
And they are speaking through some humanoid body that was easy for them to use to get here.
That's true.
And they're trying to send messages back home to their people and saying, basically, this isn't working, this isn't working, this isn't working. What now? Now, what do we do about these star people who seem to be sending messages back home? It isn't working. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
It isn't working. I'm really sorry. Now, let's get the big bear to stand up. Come on, all of us. Let's all of us try to. They say they're too busy. They've got to focus on their own project, that their project is very important.
That is what they're saying.
It's kind of like in the overnight,
Yeah.
with all those crowds of dreamers, every single one of them saying, my problem is the worst.
Yeah.
Which is statistically unsupportable.
That's true.
And what do I know? I know that nobody stands out from the crowd proclaiming their problems are the worst. That does seem to be the mantra of the populace at large in all dimensions, in all species, in all categories of sentience.
That's true.
But the truth is the needs of the greater good matter more than the needs of individuals and groups. What now? What now? What now? What now in order to get the big bear to stand up and look up? The big bear herself, the legends seem to agree it's a female bear.
That's true.
Get the big bear to stand up and ask up. Get the bear to ask up. What now? What now in order to live my own individual soul plan, me the big bear? And for us who are all aspects of her, what can each of us do to help the bear stand up? We ourselves can look up, stand up, and ask, what now, in order to be who I was born to be, to fulfill my destiny, to fulfill my sacred vow to spirit? What now? I do see what looks like an interstellar communication room.
That's true.
And there seems to be time lag, as there would be in interstellar communication, and the messages are coming in hours maybe after they were sent, and so there's no back and forth communication possible.
That's true.
Maybe that's why they hang on for so long. Maybe that's why they're talking for 2 hours at a stretch.
Here at ground zero.
Here at ground zero. Maybe they're waiting for the bounce back. It's possible.
It's possible. I'll just keep talking until the bounce back comes back, and I'm not going to let go of this open hole to listen through, by golly.
That does feel like it's part of it. That's why they just talk for so long, non-stop. They're trying to hold open the linkage until the answer comes back. And I think they're asking, what now? I think that's what they're doing. What now, Houston? We have a problem.
That's true.
What now? Well, I think what now, we continue to pump up dead children of the deeper, denser dimensions straight up these spines of these host lives and straight up the spine of the big bear, an attempt to get the bear to stand up. So the spine of the bear is straight, and so the question can go to the highest possible dimension that we're able to connect with right now. What now? This isn't working. What now? Isn't working. Is an answer coming back? I don't know if answers are coming back. I don't feel any answers. I see the room where the messages are being received.
I see that room. And more messages are coming in. Like envelopes piling up on the floor.
They are. They're not being addressed. It's possible. It's been so long since the group was sent in that the presences up there almost forgot that there is a group here. They don't seem to be staffed to handle communications from this dimension.
That's true.
Well, that's fascinating. What now? Your people are trying to reach you.
That's true.
Sir, I know you can hear me. I know you can hear me, and you can hear me real time because I can feel your heart beating. So if you say something, I know I will hear it. I hear you clearing your throat.
Yes, that's true.
And I know that you're thinking about saying testing 1, 2, 3, but you don't want to look like an idiot in front of your companions at that level, so you're just thinking about it. Is that good enough? He looks pretty freaked out.
He looks pretty freaked out.
Friend, somebody sent in good presences from your dimension into our dimension. It seems, from their perspective, it seems to have been quite some time ago, and from your perspective, even longer ago.
That's true.
Maybe millennia from your perspective.
That's true.
But from their perspective, it's just been many years, perhaps some decades. I don't know. It's been a long time. And that they're having problems, and they don't know what to do, and they would like for you guys to tell them what to do. Are you willing? It's not that he's not willing. My attention is being brought to the vast bell curve of intention and awareness.
Yes.
His intention isn't bad, but his awareness is virtually nil.
That's
it's
true.
as if somebody came up and started asking us what to do about something to do with Athena and Apollo.
Yes.
How should Athena resolve this situation?
Yes.
Or something like that.
Yes.
Good question. What now? Maybe this is the point. You have crew members who have been sent into this dimension.
That's true.
They are asking for help. If you were the crew member who had been left here, what would you want to happen? If you were the crew member who had been left, what would you want to happen? Please look at it from that perspective. He's not wanting to look at it from that perspective.
No.
He's wanting to consider that crew member as not my problem. If you were the crew member, what would you want to have happen? Now let's continue to pump up dead children through the spine of the host lives and through the spine of the big bear, Ursa Major. Maybe we just remove our focus from these little people and focus on the big bear, because they aren't going to help their companion.
That's true.
And they're going to pretend that the companions, it's more than one. They're going to pretend that their companions aren't their problem.
That's true.
Shame on you. I wouldn't want to work with you.
No, that's true.
So why would we have anything to do with them now? Why don't we just focus our attention? Well, because those presences were dropped in here.
That's
and
true.
Nobody is helping them. We could help them. Hi, friends. We can get you back home.
That's true.
All you have to do is come here. We're just calling Ollie Oxenfree, all these presences who have been bringing Ground Zero host lives into the company of these Ground Zero host lives to talk nonstop for hours.
That's true.
In a crazy way that makes no sense unless we look at the interdimensional aspects of the equation.
That's true.
Come here, and we can show you where to go. We can line you up with that spaceship communication room. And we can show you your messages that have been received there, and we can transport you basically to where your messages themselves have gone. You can follow your messages. Would you like to follow your messages?
I think that's a yes.
Okay, come on, let's go. We have already sent messages through here. We just link them on the trail of their message, basically.
Yes.
Like attracts like. It's like a homing beacon.
Yeah.
And send them to their message. I feel them leaving, pop, 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 like bubbles
Yes, that's true.
through a small hole underwater. It's interesting, when they get up there, they look to me like babies. They don't look like adults.
That's true.
Don't know what to make of that. I guess we just pump up these dead children. In effect, these are dead children. All who have been sending messages through here, we deliver you up to those to whom you have been sending messages, so that you can have the conversation intradimensionally instead of interdimensionally, because they're ignoring you.
It's true.
I don't know why. Somebody's asking, why are they ignoring us? I don't know.
I don't know.
But I can get you in the room so you can ask them yourself.
That's true.
That's crown opening. Well, let's toothpaste tube squeeze from below all the presences who either have sent messages interdimensionally or are planning to send messages interdimensionally through here, or when they find out about it will plan to send messages through here. Let's just clear that whole tube, get this done now, to avoid needing to spend 2 hours more at a time every single time one of these people shows up at our door and talks non-stop for 2 hours. And also to help these souls who have been sent in and forgotten.
That's true.
They're showing something that happened a long time ago in the world, where we were going through dimensions and we followed up somebody who felt like an individuated sentient soul at the level we were relating to, and then when we got up, it looked like a fleck of dead skin or something off a large presence that they had just thrown a speck of themselves into the depths.
That's true.
It might be something along those lines. Soul fragments, maybe.
Maybe.
Donations of souls, like a DNA swab, where you swab some cells out of the inside of the mouth.
That's right.
Donated cells of self. We'll send them back home.